The rise of big data dates back to the early 1940s. However, fast forward to 1997, and it is here where the first mention of big data is recorded. Big data is comprised of 5 main V's. These 5 V's encompass the characteristics of big data. They are volume, velocity, variety, veracity, and value. There are various tools used to analyze and visualize big data, some of which include Hadoop, R, Power BI, and Splunk. Here's a brief explanation of them. Hadoop is an open-sourced software framework for the storing of massive amounts of data. Hadoop storage is decentralized and works on nodes. A single name node tracks where the data is housed in a cluster of servers, while the data nodes store the actual data. Secondly, we have R. R is a programming language and an environment that specializes in statistical computing and graphics. The R environment is very conducive of data manipulation, calculation, and graphical display. Thirdly, and probably the most popular, we have Power BI. Power BI is an application that turns unrelated data into sources of coherent, interpretable, visually immersive, and interactive insights. Power BI specializes in interactive reporting, which allows users to see all their data on one screen, and the apps are automatically updated when the data changes. Splunk is an advanced and effective technology that indexes and searches log files stored in a system. Splunk analyzes machine-generated data to provide operational intelligence. What makes Splunk unique is that it does not require a database to store its data. It makes use of indexes to store its data. Data science encompasses not only big data, but also various emerging technologies that integrate with it. If one looks at IoT, even though big data and IoT have evolved independently, recently they have become a lot more interrelated. With the meteoric rise of IoT, it will come as no surprise that by 2020 there will be more than 10 billion IoT devices connected to the internet. All these devices generate data. With organizations gathering data for analytical purposes, IoT acts as a major source of data. Thus, the role of big data in IoT is to process large amounts of information on a real-time basis, and then furthermore, manage the storage of the data. Artificial intelligence, on the other hand, refers to the simulation of human intelligence. The more data AI collects, the more accurately it's able to process a human-like task. AI's ability to work so well with big data is the primary reason why AI and big data are now seemingly inseparable. Cloud computing is the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to deliver a variety of services. Instead of keeping one's files on a hard drive or a storage device, cloud-based storage makes it possible to save them to a remote database. When big data involves manipulating and storing petabytes, it can become very costly if stored locally. Cloud computing's scalable environment makes it possible to save this large amount of data safely and offsite. Big data comes with a variety of risks. Some of the risks of big data may include the interoperability and integration risk, being the integration of big data with existing systems. Also third-party risks, being the selection of appropriate vendors with robust risk management processes for big data storage. Data management risks encompasses the management of large volumes of structured and unstructured datasets. Information security risk refers to the insufficient monitoring of devices and systems to detect security events. Further risks may include the governance and regulatory risk, operational risk, identity and access management risk, and business continuity risk. With Gartner stating that information is the oil of the 21st century and analytics is the combustion engine, are you sure that your business is maximizing its potential of its data generated?